Welcome to Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. And it's hard to believe, but those twins of mine, Juliana and Brooklyn, have now graduated and are going to high school. Unbelievable. You know, for the week before their graduation, I had them come to me, Dad, I think we have a shot at an award. And they were all excited because they so badly wanted to win an award and show me a plaque. They didn't have to win a plaque. They're my daughters. I'm proud of them. But they really wanted to make me more proud, I guess you say. And the teacher put on a presentation, the teachers, and the graduation was incredible. And they were giving out the awards, and it gets down to the last award. And as they're calling it out, I'm thinking, oh, as a dad, one has a shot at getting something, and the other would be without. And the teacher announces, and our top grade, our top mark for our top average is 91%, and it's by 2 people. Let's hear it for the Brown girls. And they tied, and they got those plaques, and as soon as they got those from the school the next day, they ran them to show me. They were so proud. I'm proud. I'm their dad. And our Heavenly Father, no matter what we go through or do, He loves us. We're His children. It says in Ephesians 2:4, but because of His great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ even when we were dead in our transgressions. It is by grace you have been saved. Even though we mess up and we fail, He loves us. He's our Father. He has this incredible love and mercy for us. I want to read for you a book. It's going to take a few minutes, but this is my favorite children's book. It's called You Are Special by Max Lucado. You're special too. Speaking of special, shout out to our friends in Manitouwadge. You guys are special and have a special place in our heart. This book starts off, the Wemmicks were small wooden people. All the wooden people were carved by the woodworker named Eli. His workshop sat on a hill overlooking the village. Each Wemmick was different. Some had big noses and others had large eyes. Some were tall, others were short. Some wore hats and others wore coats. But they were all made by the same carver, and they all lived in the village. All day and every day the Wemmicks would do the same thing. They gave each other stickers. Each Wemmick had a box of golden star stickers and a box of gray dot stickers. Up and down the streets and all over the city, people spent their days sticking stars or dots on one another. The pretty ones who had smooth wood and fine paint always got stars. But if their wood was rough or their paint chipped, the Wemmicks gave them dots. The talented ones got stars too. Some could lift big sticks high above their heads or jump over tall boxes. Still others knew big words or could sing pretty songs. Everyone gave them stars. Some Wemmicks had stars all over them. Every time they got a star, it made them feel so good. It made them want to do something else to get another star. Others, though, could do little. They got dots. Punchinello was one of these. He tried to jump high like the others, but he always fell. And when he fell, the others would gather around him and give him dots. Sometimes when he fell, his wood got scratched, so the people would give him more dots. Then he would try to explain why he fell, and he'd say something silly, and the Wemmicks would give him even more dots. After a while, he had so many dots, he didn't even want to go outside. He was afraid he would do something dumb, such as forget his hat or step in the water. And then the people would give him another dot. In fact, he had so many gray dots that some people would come up to him and for no reason at all give him a dot. He deserves these dots, the wooden people agreed with one another. He's not a good wooden person. After a while, Punchinello believed them. I'm not a good Wemmick, he would say. The few times he went outside, he hung around other Wemmicks who had lots of dots. He felt better around them. One day he met a Wemmick who was unlike anyone he'd ever met. She had no dots and no stars. She was just wooden. Her name was Lucia. It wasn't that people didn't try to give her stickers, it's just the stickers didn't stick. Some of the Wemmicks admired Lucia for not having any dots, so they would run up and give her a star, but it would fall off. Others would look down on her for not having any stars, and they'd run up and give her a dot. But it wouldn't stay either. That's the way I want to be, thought Punchinello. I don't want anyone's marks. So he asked the stickerless Wemmick how she did it. It's easy, Lucia said. Every day I go see Eli. Eli? Yes, Eli, the wood carver. He sits in the workshop. Why? Why don't you find out for yourself, she said. Go up the hill. He's there. And with that, the Wemmick, who had no stickers, turned and skipped away. But will he want to see me? Punchinello cried out. Lucia didn't hear, so Punchinello went home. He sat near the window and he watched the wooden people as they scurried around, giving each other stars and dots. It's not right, he muttered to himself, and he decided to go see Eli. He walked up the narrow path to the top of the hill. He stepped into the big shop. His wooden eyes widened at the size of everything. The stool was so tall, the stool was as tall as he was. He had to stretch to his tippy toes to see the top of the workbench. A hammer was as long as his arm. Punchinello swallowed hard. I'm not staying here. And he turned to leave. Then he heard his name. Punchinello? The voice was deep and strong. Punchinello stopped. Punchinello! How good to see you. Come, let me have a look at you. Punchinello turned and looked at the large bearded craftsman. You know my name? The little Wemmick asked. Of course I do. I made you. Eli stooped down and picked him and set him on his bench. The maker spoke thoughtfully as he looked at the gray dots. Looks like you've been given some bad marks. I didn't mean to, Eli. I really tried hard. Oh, you don't have to defend yourself to me, child. I don't care what other Wemmicks think. You don't? No, and you shouldn't either. Who are they to give stars and dots? They're Wemmicks just like you. What they think doesn't matter, Punchinello. All that matters is what I think, and I think you're pretty special. Punchinello laughed. Me special? Why? I can't walk fast. I can't jump. My paint is peeling. Why do I matter to you? Eli looked at Punchinello. He put his hands on those small wooden shoulders and spoke very slowly. Because you're mine. That's why you matter to me. Punchinello had never had anyone look at him like this, much less his maker. He didn't know what to say. Every day I've been hoping you'd come, Eli explained. I came because I met someone who had no marks, said Punchinello. I know. She told me about you. Why don't the stickers stick on her? The maker spoke softly. Because she's decided that what I think is more important than what they think. The stickers only stick if you let them. What? The stickers only stick if they matter to you. And the more you trust my love, the less you care about the stickers. I'm not sure I understand. Eli smiled. You will, but it will take time. You've got a lot of marks. For now, just come and see me every day, and let me remind you how much I care. Eli lifted Punchinello off the bench and set him on the ground. Remember, Eli said as the Wemmick walked out the door, you are special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. Punchinello didn't stop, but in his heart he thought, I think he really means it. And when he did, a dot fell to the ground. I heard this story for the first time when my mom was in the hospital dying of cancer. It brought back memories. Mom used to make homemade books with our names in it. My mom's special, and I thought I was going to lose her at that time. And, I read this book at a funeral of a young man, and I read it for his family, so they knew that their son was special. I want you to know you don't have to prove yourself to God. Yes, we try to do things. We try to make a difference in this world and try to do what he's called us to do. But he loves you because he made you, and you are special. And that's been Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. Take care. God bless.